Good morning and welcome to the farm. In today's video we are going to try to combine two hives. This north hive did not have a queen in our last inspection, and I've been monitoring it, and slowly the hive has dwindled down. So the objective is to take the frames that are drawn out of this hive and move them to the south hive. So let's crack the top open and get started. Very few bees in here, but that's expected. So my plan is to take one of these boxes and basically consolidate the frames into it. Excuse me, smoking myself. Let's put this downwind. There we go. That way I can transport it to the south hive and take the drawn comb from here and put them in the south hive. So to achieve that, what I'm going to do is essentially pull out all of the non-drawn frames in here. So like this frame, for example, that has not been touched. You can still see how it's been coated. Set that on the cart. This is a fully drawn frame. It has some bee bread and lots of nectar, which will be good for that hive. But unfortunately, as you can see by the very few number of bees, there's not much going on in this hive. While I'm here, I'm going to smash down these queen cups. Don't want to give that other hive any incentive to do anything. There we go. Take this to the cart and scrape off the propolis. Not propolis, the bridge comb, I believe they call it. Goodness. It's really on there. Okay, so this one will stay in our box for transporting to the other hive. Missed some bridge comb at the top there. This is what I'm scraping off. I'll just scrape off some of this bridge comb that they have up here. I don't want to encourage the hive we're moving this comb into to bridge across the frames. Let's see. There we go. Oh, more queen hives. Queen cells there. Yeah, this frame's ready for moving. That'll be a frame we want to keep. Another untouched frame. A few bees on it. Excuse me, bees. There we go. Untouched. Now we're getting into some of the original drawn frames that came with the nuke. Oh, I'm sorry, these were actually given to me by another beekeeper. she wanted me to have, oh, there's larvae in those cells. Make sure you can see that. There's larvae in those cells. Maybe there is a queen in this hive after all. If there is, we're definitely going to consolidate down to one box to help them. Now let's see. This one, they're very interested in. But again, not seeing any drawn comb at all. Okay. It's in situations like this where the brush is handy because there's lots of bees on here I need to get back into the box. So give them a gentle little brush. There they go. And of course that makes them fly around a bit, but they'll settle back down. Oh, sorry bees, you can't come with this frame. There we go. Yeah, let me give a little bit more smoke to this other frame because it's covered in bees. Let's see what we'll find though. We found larvae in that other frame. Maybe we'll find eggs, proof of a queen, or a queen itself. This is kind of a pleasant surprise and blessing. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, heavy frame. Nectar. And honey. And another larva. Oh, there's additional larvae there. What I am noticing is that all of the cells with larvae in them are deep cells. So I'm wondering if this is a laying worker. But this is a frame we're going to move over. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this. And again, I'm going to scrape off some of that bridge comb on the bottom. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this box and set it directly down on the ground so I can continue to use it for putting the other frames in. Actually, change of plans. I think I'm going to set this down on the cart. That way the bees aren't drawn into the grass. Going slow so don't smash any bees. Perfect. Now let's get into this bottom one. Being a very weak hive, I'm not surprised to see that there's only maybe 1.5 frames of bees. But again, we have drawn comb here that I want to take and move to the other hive. Sorry. Nothing in the way of eggs, lots of honey. Let's check this one. This comb is almost completely dry. All right. There are so few bees. There are so few bees on these frames. I'm not going to try and do a division between the boxes. I'm just going to introduce them directly into the healthy colony. Again, just honey and a little bit of bee bread. Lots of honey and a little bee bread. This would be a frame for moving over. Untouched frame. Untouched frame. After untouched frame. They glue these two together. So there's nothing, they're not drawing these frames out. So I'm thinking that the larva we did find is probably a laying worker, if not just old larva. Excuse me, bees. Smash you, but I need to look in your frame, please. I'm seeing some larvae, again, in deep cells. So let me give you a closer look. There's larvae in deep cells. Lots of nectar and honey. But again, no sign of eggs. Oh, I'm wrong. There is an egg there. Well, let's see if we can find a queen then. Or do we just have a laying worker? Let's check out this other frame. All right, trying to keep an eye out to see if there is an actual queen. Okay, lots of bees on this frame. Yeah, lots of, some more larvae. But that looks like capped drone brood. Not seeing any eggs. This side has lots of capped drone brood. I'm gonna say that what we're seeing is a laying worker, not a queen. I'm gonna move this frame directly into the transport box. Let them move on to a different frame. We'll take these. This is just the last empty frame. Just a few on this one. We'll brush them off. There you go. Okay, perfect. Nope, they're back. I'll be able to move a little quicker with my frame. Okay, go. So seeing the number of bees that are left on this frame, there are more than I thought there were. I don't want to cause any kind of collision between the hives, so I think maybe what I'll do is just put all of the drawn frames back in here, and we'll do your normal colony merge process where you put down some newspaper. Let's see. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's intermix some empties or non-drawn foundation frames. There we go, that's the word for it. Foundation frames with drawn comb. So when the new hive decides they're ready to move up into this box, they'll have something to move into. I'm moving all the frames back into this box, into the lower box, because there was a greater population and it smells like them. So I prefer to use that box because this particular hive barely made any progress into their second box or the upper box. Sliding it in there very gently. All right. I'm not going to bother with tightening it up because I need to move it. But we'll leave it here. Let's go see what the other hive's doing and see if we can consolidate that one down into one box. Excuse me, bees. Oh, looks like I have to pause and relight my smoker. Okay, now we have a working smoker. Get down there, girls. Pop their lid back on. No sense in leaving it off while we work on the other hive. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. So we know, well, we have to get a full box worth of comb from the north hive. So let's switch on over to the north hive and get working on that one. I'm going to move the cart over. Okay, let's get into this hive, see what they're doing, and if they're using any of those foundation we've put in there. Ooh-wee. Sounds like we've got lots of bees in this one. Grab the smoke guard bees back. There we go. There we go. All right, ladies, coming in. Perfect. Flip you over. Goodness, lots of bees. Oh my. Let's see here. Which way's the wind blowing? Okay. Set it this way. Lots and lots and lots of bees. That's exciting. Okay. I'm going to take out one of these frames here because there's hardly any bees on it and I don't see anything drawn on it. And we're trying to consolidate these guys down into one box as well so that we can merge the two boxes together. Not seeing any activity on drawing this one out. Grab my brush. There you go. Thank you. Perfect. Next. Not seeing anything drawn out on this one. Oh, got a few. That one's determined to stay. Let's see. These are butted up against an already drawn comb. So let's see if they started to draw it out. They did. But it looks like they're... No, I was going to say they're bridging it, but some of this is drawn out correctly. So I'm going to set this frame aside for now and maybe put it back in the box if we find another completely empty frame. And nothing drawn on this side. Just set that one on the side right there. Same situation with this one. Oh, yes, this is definitely one we want to keep inside because they've drawn out. That's great work, girls. All right, so we're definitely going to keep that one in there. Let's separate this. It looks like we have 3 non-drawn frames here that we can pull. Keep. A little bit on this one, but I don't think that's enough to justify keeping it. No activity on this one. And nothing drawn out on this one. Great. Okay. So now, I'm going to take this empty box off because there's nothing in it. Set it down there and set my top box here on the cart again. So I can pull frames from the bottom and replace it with these 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 drawn frames. There we go. Did a great job gluing it together. I can see that this frame on the outside here is pretty empty. Good deal. Grab my brush and we'll... Oh, wind changed direction on us. Trying not to smoke out the bees intentionally. Okay, ladies, get off of the frame, please. You're getting new frames. There you go. Perfect. Lots of bees flying around, but that's to be expected when you do major operation like this on their hive. I'm interested to see what's on the other side of this frame. If it is drawn out, then at the very least I'm going to turn it around. That way they'll start working on the other side. Let's see. Oh, wonderful. We've got bee bread, pollen, and some honey. Beautifully drawn out. The back side, oh, sorry, I thought that was larva. And on the back side, they haven't done much with it. So, since this is food, I'm going to just flip it around. Encourage them to draw out on this side and keep going. These two frames I know are fully drawn. So we'll kind of just see if we can maybe not even break those two apart. They're already causing enough stress to the colony as it is. Let's leave their brood nest alone. I'm assuming that's a brood. You can see lots of bees busy at work in there. Let's see what we got going on here. Nothing on this side. Look at the brood. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some good news for this hive. Beautiful brood. Okay. Same thing, I'm going to flip it around, put the non-drawn side toward the drawn comb, just to encourage them to continue to draw out these frames. That one is partially drawn, not drawn at all. Let's see if there's anything in these cells. Not seeing anything. Okay, I think we're just going to set this one aside and we'll pull that one, but I want to give the bees a chance to get off of it. This one is drawn. This one is drawn. That one is drawn. So we'll leave these two alone. Similar to what was done on these two. Just push them aside like so. Let's take a look at these two frames. Nope, not much activity on these. A little bit, but not much. So we'll take this one as well. There you go. Okay. Now, let's see if we need to make more selections because we have 4 frames to put back in. But we pull from the top box and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. So I'm going to bring those frames in. Now, what I want to do is find the food store frames, like this one, which is full of honey, and put it toward the outside. Like that. This one is partially drawn, so I'll put it toward, so this one is partially drawn on this side, which they're doing great work with, and not drawn on this side, so I'm going to put the non-drawn side toward drawn comb, pushing everything over to make more room for our last 2 combs. Let's see. Here we go. There's Definitely brood on these and brood on these. Let's see, will this work? Or should I? Nope, I'm gonna pull that last frame out. I don't want to smash all these bees. Sorry, ladies. One more ride. There we go. There we go. Like that. Trying to push as much room as I can to give them as much room on this side to slide that last frame in there. Okay, there we go. Tight squeeze at the top there. There we go. This one is now ready. Had a technical difficulty there, but all I've done is put down 2 layers of newspaper, not 2 layers, 2 pieces, this one and another one on this side, and you can see the bees are already starting to investigate, like, what is this hole here? And so now we're going to take the other one, like there they are investigating right there. We're going to take the other one and set it on top from the north hive, the one we consolidated to begin with. Nope. There we go. My, this box is heavy. Okay. Watch out, little bee. Now, I'm going to line the corners. Go. Beautiful. Okay. Removing some of that excess so it doesn't get like blown away in the wind or something. There we go. Okay. Put their jar back on top. And all that's left, I'm going to find a little stick to put in here to give them a vent, because I worry that these bees are completely locked in here, and with as hot as it is, I'm worried it'll be too hot for them and they need a way to kind of escape and get some airflow in there. So I'm going to go find a stick and I'll be right back. Found a little stick. Just going to set it like that. And I'll come back and remove that much later this evening. It's just to give them enough airflow and a way for them to leave if they need to, until they get intermingled. There we go. We've successfully reclaimed the equipment. Got it all loaded up and ready. That's a merged hive, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this and general farm stuff and repairs, go ahead and subscribe. And remember, stay grumpy, my friends.